Hello there, folks. Welcome to the season finale of Fast Facts Live. I am your host, your quizmaster of ceremonies, Dan O'Keefe, coming to you for the last time in a while from Milwaukee. Going forward, we're going coast to coast, baby. And of course, by coast to coast, we mean the middle of Wisconsin to a couple miles from the coast of California. Also here, staying in Wisconsin, is Tom, the producer. Hi, Tom. How are you?
Jealous.
Oh. You could move too.
I mean, eventually I will.
That's the spirit.
I don't have a job that currently allows me to do that like you do.
Posh.
I don't have a job that lets me stop working at 2 p.m. and pays me twice as much as I'm currently getting.
I start at 6 a.m. That's 8 hours.
I would love to work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Too early. I'd love to work 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Just right.
2 hours?
Yes. You know how normally in season finales of shows, they wait until the season premiere to do big changes, like a character will get a different haircut or something, like Felicity. She cut her hair after season 2, and that was a big hubbub with Kerry Russell. A very timely reference for all of my fellow people who were not born when that happened. We like to switch that up and have all the big changes come in the season finale. So when you come back for next season, you're like, ooh, I want to see where this goes. Unfortunately, we did not time it where the last episode of the season was coast to coast, but maybe next season we will. Well, definitely next season we will. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I still am confused about anything you just said.
Me too.
Because we're not making any changes today.
I got a haircut.
Oh.
That's the big change.
The whole bit was about your haircut?
Yeah, like how Felicity got her haircut, and it was a big hubbub.
I have waited to move my desk and things behind me until tonight because I didn't want to change my background, and you went ahead and got a freaking haircut.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm being replaced as host next season because I got a
you're
haircut. Yes, I am.
No,
You know
you're
who's
not.
replacing me?
Who?
Poppy,
Poppy?
my cat.
That would actually be pretty good.
She would hate it. She'd be terrified of the camera. The
Yeah,
bright
we're doing it
lights.
from a moving car.
Well, you could keep the camera on her. She's under the seat. Speaking of moving cars, our how to play video is shot from the top of a moving car illegally. Here's how to play.
Vroom vroom. I'm Charty. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Here's how to play. There will be 5 rounds of 5 questions each. You will have 20 seconds to answer each question. Dan will ask you the questions here in the live stream and you will submit your answers in ChartyBot. ChartyBot can't move forward to the next question unless you submit an answer for the previous question. So even if you don't know an answer, type something in. If an answer is submitted too late, it will not be accepted. You can use the menu in ChartyBot to catch up or move to a specific question if you fall behind. After each round, ChartyBot will ask you if you want to use your double or nothing. If you use your double or nothing and have answered every question correctly, you will get twice as many points for that round. If you missed at least one question in that round, you will get 0 points for that round. You may use your double or nothing once per game, so use it wisely. Our final question is the Hail Mary question. ChartyBot will ask you to wager between 0 and 10 points. Once all of the wagers are in, Dan will present the Hail Mary question. If you answer correctly, you will earn the amount you wagered, but if you get it wrong, you will lose that amount. A tiebreaker question will be asked to everyone after the Hail Mary, but will only be used in the event of a tie for first place. Don't cheat, think fast, and have fun. Welcome to Fast Facts Live. Start your engines, and good luck.
Good luck to all these teams whose names I'm gonna read right now. We've got, if you give a Dramagoon a cookie, Going Out with a Boom, Zucchini and Brownies, Tumbleweeds, Flying Solo, We're Back! The Candyman Can't and Won't, Bucks and Six, We Are Back, so we have We're Back and We Are Back fighting each other this week. Small Italian, Mila, Fast Finale Live, Saturn's Moon Phoebe, I know how to pronounce that one, it's not Phobe. Hopefully not Last Place, Opa, and Just an Unpaid Volunteer. Thank you all for playing. Let's get into round one. And round one, you know what it's about. No, you don't, but you will. It's about the Parade of Nations. You know how I was gonna say REO Speedwagon sang Bulls on Parade? That's not REO Speedwagon.
No, I don't think so.
Who sings? No, who sings "Killing in the Name"? And Testify, and they yell a lot.
Yeah.
And Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine has Bulls on Parade. Well, this has Nations on Parade. That would have worked a lot better if I remembered the whole setup for this. Anyway, question one. What country always begins the Parade of Nations at the Olympics? 20 seconds. Question number two. For the first time, the hosts of the next two Summer Games marched immediately before the host country. Those two countries were France and what other country? 20 seconds. Question number three. Beginning in the 2016 Rio Games, the Ayak itself has sponsored a team consisting of whom? Question four. Team USA marched in the parade wearing outfits designed by what designer? And question number five. In order to promote gender equality, the Parade of Nations at the Tokyo Olympics were the first to allow nations to have what? That is it for round number one. Even though I popped up half a second late, it's still over!
It's automatic, so I don't know what happened.
The robots have started to rebel against the show. Double or nothing, if you are an Olympian. If any of you double or nothing, I'll know you're lying. Before we move on to round two, if you just joined and you want to hop in to round number two, go into ChartyBot, go to skip to round two in the menu, and then we will be good to go with you. Otherwise, you'll be all sorts of messed up. Moving on to round number two, this round is going to be a fan favorite, Animal Sayings and Puns by my grandfather, Bob Olson. Remember those fish questions?
No. Oh no.
There are more of them. There are no fish in this.
This one's easier.
This is, yeah, I
You also
reworded
gave
some
an
of them.
example at the beginning.
I did, yeah. So an example, bad advice from a bull would be a bum steer. Get it? Bad advice. Bad advice would be steering and a bull, bum, whatever. It's a combination. So basically, we'll give you an example and you have to translate it into an animal pun. Some of these are easier than the others. The first one is the easiest. I think that you will get it. If you don't, well, you have 20 seconds to come up with your best joke. Here's the first question. Religious bovine. 20 seconds. Question number 2. Fancy dressed feline you remove from a garden. Question number 3. E.T.'s favorite monkey candy. Question number 4. The search for salmon can be impossible to endure. And the last one! It's not about fish, I can promise you that. Chronic insomniac with a flexible neck. That is it for round number 2. A big thank you to my grandfather, Bob Olson, for writing that category. I went over to visit him on his birthday, and he came out with a note card and started quizzing me. In case you were wondering how our family dynamic works. We're going to take a break.
This is the man that lost at Jeopardy.
This is the man who got second place. He didn't lose, he won silver, to quote a tweet that I saw earlier
local
today.
Man loses.
That's true, that was the headline. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more questions and answers. But before we do, look behind me. What do you see? A bunch of other people. Whoop-dee-dee, you can join the wall too. Open Charty, open the wall, join the fun. We'll be right back.
Hit the camera icon.
Yeah, that too. We're back! Look, you saw the wall. You saw all the fun things that were there. People, bunny rabbits, a child, a dog with Pixar eyes. Everything you want and more, and you can be a part of it! Join the wall in ChartyBot. Hit the camera icon. It's fun. The last ad, in case you were not looking at the wall and we're looking at our wonderful advertisements, is for our shop, shop.wearecreativeland.com. You can buy our merch, Fast Facts merch, shirts. Tom put up a new shirt there today and a new hat. In conclusion merch, if you want podcast merch, and flip-flops with my face on it and Tom's wonderful prints. All that and more, shop.wearecreative. Well, not really more.
They're my fingerprints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can steal Tom's identity. He's also selling his social security number.
Yeah. The auction's up to like $18,000 right now.
It's 314.
It's my
And you have
area
to pay
code.
for the rest.
That's my area code.
Oh. That's I didn't know that. The more you know. Now
It's
all you have to
really
do is-
annoying in Wisconsin because I'll say 314 and they're like, wait, it's not 414?
I'll say 847 and they'll be like, what? Wrong. Look at everybody having so much fun with our banter.
I just wanted to highlight my uncle having trouble trying to get his phone set
We've
up.
got animals. We've got a bunny in the back, a dog in the front, a family on the side, and 2 men alone. Hey, that'll be us next season.
Yay!
Yay! Let's go into the answers. Parade of Nations. What country always begins the Parade of Nations at the Olympics? That is Greece. For the first time, the hosts of the next 2 summer games marched immediately before the host country. The next 2 countries are France and what other country? That is the United States. The games will be held in Los Angeles in 2028. Beginning in 2016, the Rio Games, rewinding, beginning in the 2016 Rio Games, the IOC itself sponsored a team consisting of whom? Consisting of refugees. Team USA marched in the parade wearing outfits designed by what designer? Ralph Lauren. They looked like the villains in a preppy teen movie. I mean, to the rest of the world, the US are the villains of most things, so it fits. Especially in the Olympics. Yeah. And in order to promote gender equality, the Parade of Nations at the Tokyo Olympics were the first to allow nations to have what? 2 flag bearers, male and female. Move on to round number 2. And round number 2 were animal sayings and puns by my grandfather, Bob Olson. Religious bovine? Holy cow! We also accepted sacred cow. Fancy dressed feline you remove from a garden? That's a dandelion. Dandelion, get it? E.T.'s favorite monkey candy. Tom said no one would get this, but you proved him wrong. Reese's Pieces.
Get it?
Get it? Like Reese's Pieces? Not Reese's Pieces. Pieces are not a word.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
Don't make me go downstairs and open my backpack where I have a box of Reese's Pieces.
Can you please? I would love some Reese's Pieces.
We'll be back in 5. Tom's gonna fill the air for 5 minutes while I go find my Reese's Pieces. Question 4. The search for salmon can be impossible to endure, especially for a black or brown one, because it's unbearable. Unbearable. Unbearable.
Bear. It's like a bad dinosaur.
Ah! Give me your meat! It's me, a bear.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm a grizzly, a
has
California
bear.
grizzly. I've been extinct for 115 years. Ow.
Question 5. Chronic insomniac with a flexible neck. Not me, but a night owl. That was it for those 2. Let's get ready for round number 3. Round number 3 is ood. All the answers will begin with the letter F and end with the letter ood. No, they won't. That's a joke. Question 1. Which flowering member of the carrot family is a primary ingredient of absinthe? For those of you who commit crimes in the United States, 20 seconds. Number 2. According to Hannibal Lecter, what goes well with liver and a nice Chianti? Tom made an error, Tom made an error. He spelled Lecter with an O instead of an E. What a goof!
There's an embarrassing one you made later, so you shouldn't have said anything, because I'm going to very much make fun of you.
I don't make mistakes. You proofread it.
You proofread this.
No.
Oh.
I clicked through it to make sure all the questions were there. I didn't do any reading. Question number 3. Which Tex-Mex staple tricks you into paying the restaurant just to have you construct your own meal? Question number 4. What baked custard is usually topped with caramel? There are 2 A's. Question number 5. What highly seasoned pork and beef dish takes its name from a city in Germany? That is it for our food category. Double or nothing if you like to eat food, as it's commonly called. I like to call it for sustenance. Fedibles. Frankincense. What have you. Anyway, let's move on to round number 4. And round number 4 is about bicycles, or as Tom calls them, two-wheeled fun machines. All F's have parentheses around them. Just kidding. Question number 1. What's the name of the type of bicycle seen in this picture? Question number 2. A derailleur, or as the French pronounce it, un dérailleur, is a piece of equipment that's used to move what part of a bike? Question 3. What European nation has the most bicycles per capita? Question number 4. The 2021 Ride Across Wisconsin, which I am doing this weekend, pray for me, it's 225 miles of fun, begins in Eau Claire and ends in what city founded as a trading post in 1634, the year I was born? 20 seconds. And question number 5. Speaking of Wisconsin, like we always do, what bicycle brand headquartered in Waterloo, Wisconsin, is the best-selling brand in the United States? They're always repeating itself. Waterloo, I was just riding my bicycle. Double or nothing if you're in ABBA. I'm coming for you, Flern and Serg and Horg and Fleur and Jamie.
If you're an ABBA and you're playing, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Would you like to donate to our Patreon? Find out more about
Segue.
that after this break. Oh! And we're back! You know what that means? We have things to sell you. Specifically, ways you can support us as we go on a 3-week break. We still want that dough. Haha. If you want to support us financially, you can do so on Patreon. Patreon.com/FastFactsLive. We have different tiers with different levels of support, and you get different levels of perks for that support, including an extra $5 for the winner if you win and you're a patron. That is fastfactslive.com/Patreon. If you want to do a one-time stimulus check to us, you can do so on Patreon or through ChartyBot in the tip jar or whatever it's called. Now, I don't know, the name changes every week.
No,
it doesn't.
It hasn't.
It's never changed.
It hasn't changed in like 6 months.
Don't care.
You hit
Changes
the
every week in my head.
menu tip jar
Yep.
in ChartyBot.
Menu, give us that cash dough. That's what the button
Oh
looks
yeah,
like.
the button is now going to say give us that cash thing.
If you want to support us any other way, the best way you can do so is following us on social media at FastFactsLive and spreading the word, telling your friends and getting them to play, because the more the merrier, more fun we can have, bigger prizes, all that jazz, and the better we can keep this thing chugging along. Also, as I mentioned before, we have a website, a web store, shop.wearecreativeland.com, where you can buy our merch, including Fast Facts Live stickers, cut to Tom.
I'm never prepared for this moment.
Never prepared.
There we go. Yeah, there it is.
Look at that. You can put that on your water bottle or your forehead. Those are your two options.
Only sticks to plastic water bottles and
Or
foreheads.
skin. We also have... We have magnets. We can have magnets
We can have magnets.
if you want. T-shirts, hats.
Magnets aren't in the store yet, but we can make it
We
happen.
can have them. Really, if there's any piece of merch you want, let us know. We'll put it up. Within reason. A full
No,
size.
no, not within reason.
Not within reason. In the future, we're going to have whiteboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, branded whiteboards for you on the wall. So, shop.wearecreativeland.com. Get all your merch, and you too can be like a bunny rabbit, sniffing around, looking all cute. I'm not as cute. I'm sorry you had to cut away from the bunny to me. Let's go over the answers. For food. Which flowering member of the carrot family is a primary ingredient of absinthe? Fennel. Everyone who got that right, I called the police. Question 2. According to Hannibal Lecter, not Lecter, Lector, he's teaching your 100-level philosophy class. What goes well with liver and a nice Chianti? Fava beans. I don't know why they didn't give me a callback for that. Question 3. Which Tex-Mex staple tricks you into paying the restaurant just to have you construct your own meal? Fajitas. Also goes well with a nice Chianti. I don't know what Chianti is. I assume it's alcohol?
It's wine.
Sure. What baked custard is usually topped with caramel? Flan, flan, floon, whatever your accent is, that's the word. And question 5. What highly seasoned pork and beef dish takes its name from a city in Germany? Frankfurter. He's like a hot dog, but very direct. Round 4. Bicycles. Bicicletas in Spanish. In French, spinning wheels. What is the name of the type of bicycle seen in this picture? A penny farthing. We also accepted.
Are you going to go into the
I am,
details?
but we also accepted high wheels, velocipedes, and one other one. But some fun facts about the penny farthing. Its name comes from the fact that it resembles the British penny and farthing coins, the larger penny sitting next to the smaller farthing, hence the name penny farthing. On the Wikipedia page, the entire section under the Today heading is Today enthusiasts ride restored penny farthings and a few manufacturers build new ones with modern materials. That's it! It's a really high center of gravity, so if you go over a pothole, it's really easy to fall off. So what people would do in the olden days is hook their legs over the handlebars and ride like they were sitting in a recliner down hills. Imagine someone in Victorian dress doing that. History, more recent than you think. Question 2. A derailleur is a piece of equipment that's used to move what part of a bike? It is used to move the chain. 2 different gears. It's not used to move the gears, though. What European nation has the most bicycles per capita? That is the Netherlands. They have almost as many bikes as they do people. The 2021 Ride Across Wisconsin begins in Eau Claire. Eau Claire. And ends in what city founded as a trading post in 1634? Aaron Rodgers' hometown of Green Bay.
That's not his hometown.
Well, he lives there now.
Yeah, as of this
That makes
week,
it
it's
his
confirmed that
hometown.
he still lives there.
Yeah, I know he's from Palo Alto or somewhere near San Francisco.
Yeah.
I know. Somebody keeps honking their horn outside our window, and it makes me upset because it sounds like a clown car. Anyway, question 5. Speaking of Wisconsin, what bicycle brand headquartered in Waterloo, Wisconsin is the best-selling brand in the U.S.? That is Trek, which is an acronym that stands for Today Riding Experimental Bicycles. Trek. Purchase our new penny farthing. That is it. Let's go into our last regular round, the toss-up. It could be anything. Question 1. What singer-songwriter's first album, released in 2001, claimed he was rocking the suburbs just like Quiet Riot did, except that they were talented? 20 seconds. Question number 2. Kiribati is the only country in the world
Ooh,
to touch
you
for
butchered
what?
that.
I don't care! It's pronounced Kiribati?
I mean, that's closer.
In what world is T-I an S? Kiribati?
Specifically the Republic of Kiribati.
My apologies, but also, like what music did in the last 8 years, get the T-I out of here. Thank you. Question number 3. In classical antiquity, a biga was a 2-horse type of what vehicle? Question number 4. Henan, China, one of the two, has become the latest victim of severe flooding that also devastated Germany and London, all caused by what phenomenon? Question number 5. What Swiss luxury watchmaker and official NBA timekeeper is selling a custom watch celebrating the 2021 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks? 20 seconds. That is it for our toss-up round. Double or nothing. If you make pizza in your free time and like to toss up the dough. I don't know, man. I'm trying to come up with something. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Toss up the dough, spin it around, make it a pizza. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. It's me, Italian. To give you a hint, for a category for the Hail Mary, if you haven't put in your wager yet and you're wondering what the category would be, the next slide. Oh, place your wagers now for the Hail Mary. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, it's me making a pizza. Tossing things up in the air. Category is transportation history. I never say how specific I'm going to make these categories.
That's like, I don't know if it's too specific or not specific enough.
I could be talking about the body.
What?
Question 3 from the toss-up round.
Oh.
The mind, the body, and the soul. Since everybody's answered that question, it's a chariot. So I could be talking about that again. Do we have all our wagers in? Yes, we do! Let's go to the question. What was the name of the earliest transcontinental highway in the U.S. dedicated in 1913 and crossing 13 states from New York to California? 20 seconds. Hey, that's the Hail Mary. Tiebreaker, just in case. How many miles is it to bicycle from Milwaukee to Los Angeles? That's it. Those are all our questions. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the winner of this week's edition of Fast Facts. So stay tuned. Hey, hey, we're back. This is where I would go into the answers. So I will. For our toss-up. What singer-songwriter's first solo album, released in 2001, claimed he was rocking the suburbs just like Quiet Riot did, except that they were talented? That's Ben Folds, formerly of the Ben Folds 5.
This is where you had 2 terrible spelling errors.
Did I call him Bren Fall?
No,
Flobs?
so first of all, singer-songwriters doesn't have an apostrophe.
Okay, fair.
You put you had the funniest typo I've seen because you put bend folds.
Those are just synonyms.
I know.
What singer-songwriter? Oh, you know, bend, fold.
It's almost like Google Sheets was like, "Oh, we'll do the spelling check and we'll fix it for you. Make it bend folds."
Well, it's bend folds, not bend folds. Question 2. Kiribati, was that correct?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay. Is the only country in the world to touch 4 what? I learned that there are 4 hemispheres, and it touches all 4 of them. Hemisphere is half a sphere, and if you cut it 2 ways, there are 4 of them. In classical antiquity, a biga was a 2-horse type of what vehicle? To quote Gavin DeGraw, chariot. Question 4. Hainan, China, has become the latest victim of severe flooding that also devastated Germany and London, all caused by what phenomena? Climate change. It's bad, and we need to do something about it. Question 5. What Swiss luxury watchmaker and official NBA timekeeper is selling a custom watch celebrating the 2021 NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks? That is Tissot. Unfortunately, my Giannis bobblehead won't be able to wear it because I don't know if you can tell, but he doesn't have a hand. Well, he has one hand. That one's still right here, but the other one fell off. Whoopsies. Anyway, the Hail Mary. What was the name of the earliest transcontinental highway in the U.S., dedicated in 1913 and crossing 13 states from New York to California? A lot of you are longtime players. A lot of you played in our Route 66 category. You should know that Route 66 started in Chicago and ended in California. No. Route 66 is not the answer. It's the Lincoln Highway. You gotta think back. This whole game was callbacks to previous questions. Not really, just this
It was
one
not.
question. Just this one. But I'm gonna figure out a convoluted way to tie every question to a previous game. We did have a tie. The tiebreaker question came in handy for this one, and the tiebreaker question was how many miles is it to bicycle from Milwaukee to Los Angeles?
Specifically bicycle.
I went into Google Maps and I put directions and I had bicycle set, so that's where I went from. There was one route, I couldn't change it.
Wow.
Yeah, but the answer was 2,234 miles.
How long would it take you?
Days? Month?
Sure.
If you do 100 miles a day, it's 22 days.
You could do it in a month.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely do it in a month if you're in shape and eat enough.
So it would take you 3 months.
Okay. Turn your camera on.
You missed.
I know. I don't know if you saw it, but I threw the small Curtis. It hit the light in front of Tom and fell on the ground. Did I have another try? No?
No, he's gonna live on my microphone now.
That's adorable. The problem with this is I lose a lot of functionality having this in front of me. So, I bet you're wondering who won. I'm going to tell you. Starting in last place, unfortunately, hopefully not last place, does end up in last place with -3 points. But you tried really hard, and we're proud of you. In 18th with 0, we have Opa. In 17th with 4, we have Tumbleweeds. In a tie for 15th, the Candyman Can't and Won't and Mila both have 6 points. In 14th, Bucks and 6 have 8. In 13th, if you give a Dramagoon a cookie, you have 9 points. In 12th, Saturn's Moon Phoebe has 10 points. I told you last week that you couldn't trick me with a tongue twister, and guess what? You can't. Because in 11th place, with 11 points, We have 3 gray geese in the green grass grazing. Gray were the geese and green was the grass in which the geese were grazing. Ha! That was difficult, I'll give you that. In 10th place with 12 points, we have On the Road Again. In 9th, We're Back, has 14. In 7th, we have a tie between We Are Back and Fast Finale Live with 15 points. Do we have a plan if 2 people put in the same team name?
No.
Ha! Whoops. In 6th, we have Small Italian with 17 points. In 5th, Aunt Kate plus 1 has 18 points. So I guess if you add plus 1, she has 19. In 4th, Flying Solo has 19 points. In 3rd, Going Out with a Boomer has 27 points. They were in the lead until the Hail Mary dropped them down. In 2nd, they were tied for 1st. Just an unpaid volunteer has 30 points. But winning the tiebreaker and winning the season finale episode of Fast Facts Live with 31 points, we have Zucchini and Brownies. Raucous applause! Congratulations to Zucchini and Brownies for winning this week's edition of Fast Facts Live. You will be getting a $10 Amazon gift card for your troubles. Thank you for playing. A very special thank you to our patrons for playing, to our social media manager Molly von Eschenbach, to our Twitch czar Dennis Tracy, and a very, very special thank you to all of you who have been playing so far these past 7 seasons?
Yeah.
Yes, 7 seasons, these past 62 episodes. Thank you for playing. We love having you. Please come back next season. And the biggest thank you of all to Tom for producing the show.
Thank you for hosting.
For the last time in person for a while.
Cry.
Don't do that. Don't cry because it's over. Cry because it's over. I don't know how the saying goes. We'll still be back. Don't worry. We'll be in different time zones, different hemispheres. I still don't really know what a hemisphere is.
We've done it once. We can do it again.
We'll be 2,400 and some odd miles by bicycle away. But don't worry. The show will be back next season and better than ever. In the meantime, everybody stay safe, have fun, get vaccinated, and we will see you in 3 weeks.
August 25th.
August 25th for the brand new season of Fast Facts Live. Bye-bye.